Hello, Sagittarius. This is going to be your mid-April bonus reading. You guys got the most views of the fire signs, per usual. And I got a lot of downloads that came through for you even before I started this reading, so I knew that you guys definitely needed a bonus reading. This will resonate anywhere where you have Sagittarius in your natal chart, so be open-minded about that. Also keep in mind, Sag, that this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches, so feel free to watch readings on this channel for your other placements. And maybe only parts of it will resonate. Just take what you feel applies to you and leave what does not behind. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the link to my website is down in the description below. If you're new, welcome to SOMA CHANDRA Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Also subscribe to my other channel called SOMA CHANDRA Libra. I do love messages there every 4 days for Sagittarius and Libra. Don't let the name of that channel fool you. It's also SOMA CHANDRA Sagittarius over there. Right now it is SOMA CHANDRA Sagittarius, so let us begin. So, mid-April, there's a lot going on for you. I see an intersection between possibly a lot of parts of your life. I think the overall advice that you guys need right now, Sag, based on everything I'm seeing here is, right now is a time to, rather than look for Band-Aid solutions or Band-Aids or a way out or a quick fix, it's a time to start thinking of permanent solutions to some things. I sense that there is maybe some uprooting happening for you. I have the fourth house, which is about a foundation and hearth, but it is in reverse. So there may be conflict with others at this time, in particular with family or home, or anywhere where you typically would feel stability. You may feel a lack of stability. It's a time to focus on healing yourself, believing in yourself. And with the Ancestors card showing up and Hearth showing up for you, I think it's important to look at your own moral conditioning, the way you were raised, who you were conditioned to be. We are all conditioned to be something or influenced by family or our society, our own childhood to a degree. What of those conditionings do you want to keep and which ones do you want to modify? You may need to do that to a degree. So a lot of cards came out of the Illumination Oracle deck for you, and I let them all come out. Spirit really wanted to say a lot through this deck. I have fixing what's broken, hurt, fresh start, and ask for guidance. So there is something that's broken that you would like to fix. Acknowledge your own feelings here. Something is hurting. You can work on fixing something that's broken, but not at the expense of your own emotions. Fixing what's broken maybe, or what you feel might be broken inside of you, needs to be worked on. Working through a hurt while also trying to fix something can be difficult. You have an opportunity for a fresh start, but this may feel somewhat overwhelming. You may have a choice between fixing something that's broken or just starting from scratch, starting fresh. This may be a time to ask for guidance through prayer and meditation or through good people around you that you trust. Yeah. And I feel like the next row of cards that came out were challenges for you. They appear to be challenges because I have intimacy, vulnerable, regain control, and unhealthy patterns. It says addiction here. I also have children at the bottom of the deck, money and finances and fear, karma and lessons. Okay. There may be children involved. You may be very focused on kids and money and finances, but there is fear. You may be feeling like you're dealing with some karma for some past choices. There are always lessons to be learned. I think that you are feeling particularly vulnerable right now in your intimate relationships. The vulnerability card could also represent a vulnerable child. Intimate relationships aren't just romantic or sexual relationships. They could be any relationship that you feel that there's an intimacy, a strong intimacy with. It could be family because of a Hearth, the Ancestor card coming out in the fourth house. Now is a really good time to identify any patterns that you're no longer willing to play out, Sagittarius, and regain control. Because you've been feeling very vulnerable in an intimate relationship, or maybe more than one intimate relationship for a while, possibly. It's definitely time to recognize the unhealthy patterns within you or around you in the environment and get control for yourself. You can't control anybody else, but you can control yourself. With hurt and vulnerable, with intimate relationships, asking for guidance is probably a good idea. Yeah, can you fix something that's broken? Do you need to leave it behind and do a fresh start? Maybe a little bit of both. Children may be involved with that. Your zodiac activations, the astral activations right now for you are Chiron and the 8th house. Interesting combination. The 4th house was in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Also Aquarius and Capricorn. Okay, you have a mountain to climb and some major radical changes may need to be made. You may feel like you're the freedom fighter right now. Chiron is your healing power and your empathy and your ability to teach and learn remedies. But Chiron, I've heard it said, and I really like this interpretation of Chiron. A lot of people say, and I myself think this about Chiron, it's that one part of you that it's almost like your Achilles heel. It's a wound that needs to be healing. Needs healing. You recognize this wound in other people. And so you generally gravitate towards people. And when Chiron comes out, step back. You may at this time be giving other people the very advice that you yourself need. You will see your wounds in other people. You may want to help them. You may want to teach them. You may want to help them with remedies for their own pain. But that's because you see a wound in them that you yourself have. So right now it's a time to focus on personal healing with your physical body or your emotions. Regaining control of unhealthy patterns may mean that you need to focus on your own healing. The 8th house, okay, that's the house of sex, death, and taxes. Occult. Other people's secrets as well. Other people's money, other people's secrets, other people's problems, things happening regarding end of life, perhaps. I mean, the 8th house is a lot of things. It is about secrets, but it's also about power and death and regeneration. It's about sexual activity as well, shared assets, resources, legacies, and wills. It's very fixed energy. It's very scorpionic energy. You may have a Scorpio in your presence or Scorpio in your chart. This is about a transformational area of your life. There's going to be a lot of intense emotions. Look in on any shared resources or anything that you share with other people. There could be secrets involved. Ask yourself if you're willing to keep other people's secrets. What secrets need to be purged and revealed in you? It could help with your healing process. And again, focus on end of life, the legacies you're leaving behind, wills, estates, money may be involved, even property. I sense a strong connection to family because of some of the other cards that have came out. The 4th house is here, your home and the roots of your being. This is in reverse. You could be sensing a lack of stability. This is going to push you towards looking towards death and rebirth in your life. What you're sharing with others, whether you want to or not, something does need to change and be healed for you. Yeah, Chiron really wants to be here. Ask for guidance and regain control. Really wants to be here. Yes, the vulnerability as well. So in regards to relationships, I wanted oracle messages just about relationships in your life. Intimate, romantic, family, otherwise. 7th house kind of relationships, significant partnerships, or 5th house or 3rd house. It depends. It'll resonate differently for each of you. Skull of Darkness came out, blind spots. And then Hearth flipped itself into the reverse. I let my cards jump. It takes me a long time to get a spread out sometimes for a general reading. When they jump, they'll fall in reverse sometimes. Hearth, happiness in your hearts and home. I also have ancestors at the bottom of the deck. The love and legacy of our DNA. Ooh, protection is here. Okay, so I see that when the blind spots card comes out, there may be some blind spots that you have in some very important relationships. This could be playing out in family. You may feel very rooted and tied to your family. But when I get the 8th house and the 4th house in reverse, I think some things need to be purged and exposed and revealed and worked through for yourself about the roots of where you come from and in your extended family, maybe. Also where you live. Some of you don't feel like you 100% fit in with your community, but or in a dynamic of some kind where there's supposed to be love, there's supposed to be healthy legacy, there's supposed to be comfort and happiness. But this is a struggle because you have some blind spots. When the blind spots card comes out, there is a darkness that needs to be illuminated. Asking for guidance during this vulnerable time will help you regain control. I can hear it very strongly. You already know what this is about. It is not easy for you. It is difficult. Ask for help. Asking for someone else's objective opinion about what you're going through, such as a close, trusted friend or even a counselor, may help you. It will not be easy for you, though, with Chiron and vulnerable. This is playing out in an intimate relationship. You may need to protect yourself. Ooh, scrying is in reverse. Watch less tarot. Or your intuition may be off about something, okay? Yes, as a tarot reader, I am happy to tell other people, don't fall down a tarot rabbit hole. You'll get lost in spiritual bypassing, and it's definitely not good for runner-chaser dynamic relationships where there could be limerence or obsession. Yeah, your intuition may be off. I wanted me to show that card. Your advice right now for everything is squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Mouse spirit, I love this cute little mousey. Tend to the small things and know your worth. Know your worth right now, Sagittarius. I can see that some of you are considering making a shift in career. You want to be recognized and rewarded for what you're bringing to the table, but you're coming up short, I think, and you're putting in a lot of hard work. Know your worth, okay? It's in the details right now, in the middle of April, middle to end of April. Focus on the details, okay? Read between the lines, double check your work. Watch out for feeling skittish and nervous, but instead of looking at the bigger picture, look at the small details right now. The big picture might overwhelm you. So tend to small things in your life and believe in yourself. Know your worth and believe in yourself. You're amazing. You really are. I wish some of you could all see yourselves the way Spirit sees you. Even when you think you're at your worst, when I do private readings for people, I see the badassery within you. Spirit wants you to believe in yourself. Believe less in other people right now. Believe more in yourself and know your worth, okay? Don't let anybody take advantage of you. Focus on the small things and the details that'll help get you through. That's what you're supposed to be doing for the next 7 to 10 days. So what the tarot has to say, the overall energy that you're in is the 4 of Cups, and the catalyst or the challenge is the 7 of Cups. I was like, yeah, that's a tough one. You guys are mulling over something emotionally, emotional reevaluation. There's this idea here, this person, this idea, this concept. You've got 3 cups in front of you. You're like, I don't know about those cups, and I don't really know about this one either. Watch out for being overly mopey. Sometimes we can overthink something. Sometimes we can overfeel something. But if you have to take a minute to think, maybe the grass is greener on the other side, or I need a second to emotionally reevaluate, you do. If you do, then you do. But the problem is, I think this is a catalyst that could be turned in, or challenge that could be turned into a positive catalyst, is I don't think you know what that 1 cup is because you've got 7 other cups dangling over you. 7 plus 1 is 8, and 8 is your final outcome. There is something that you want to walk away from. You do want to search your soul about something with the Hermit of Virgo. I think you're a little emotionally overwhelmed. It's great to have choices. Right up until the point where you're like, I don't know what I want to do. You might be feeling a bit apathetic right now. Watch out for living in a dream. Like this is Neptune energy, and Neptune does want you to dream big, fantasize a little bit, realize that your emotional creativity, it gives you a lot of options in life. Some of you feel like you have less privilege than others, and you might be right. Well, shit, I'm sure you're right if you feel that way. A lot of people on earth are disenfranchised and do not have the advantages that other people do. So they have to mull over the choices in front of them a little bit more carefully. And it's hard to make a choice right now based on your resources and the environment and what you have. You may feel a little overwhelmed. Check in every cup. You may struggle to make a decision at this time about something that you're very emotional about. But I like what's driving you. The Lovers and the Queen of Wands is Gemini. It is the year of the lovers. Some of you have heard me say that quite a bit. What's driving you is you. The King and Queen of Wands, or maybe you're attracted to another fire sign. They may have Gemini in their chart. The Queen of Wands creates this very passionate environment. She inspires other people. She has a very strongly defined sense of self. Some of you want to put yourselves first, and you want to make sure that what you're in alignment with matches your morals and values. The Lovers is about sex and love, but harmony and relationships. What is my perfect match? And how can I get my perfect match without losing my sense of self? I love that. If you're single right now, this is good. The Queen of Wands does have a scattered energy. She does have a bit of a shadow side. I think you're feeling very sexy and even sexual right now, sensual as well. That looks very important to you, and matching up with people, places, and situations where you can be your best, truest self. That does seem to be inspiring you. You look a little mad at somebody, though. You may have had someone really tempt you as well. You might have been very tempting to someone else. This might be something that you need to work on. This is not the best approach for all of you, like leading with a sexiness. I hate to say that, but I can hear it. Some of you have been, not all of you, but a few of you have been leading with sex and passion and then gotten hurt and not taken seriously. So watch out for that. But for the most part, I think this is good. What's my perfect match? And how can I get that without losing my sense of self? That's good. But watch out for that vixen charlatan thing. Only for a few of you. I'm sensing it's just for a few of you, not for all of you. Deep within in your subconscious and recent past as well, I have the Three of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. Well, this is interesting. I think that others have been recognizing you and rewarding you for what you bring to a group dynamic. This is probably going down at work, or you could be building and learning and growing. This is a getting to know you card. This is a development of skills. This is a cooperation. I see other people watching this person work and then not getting enough and feeling vulnerable and somewhat left out in the cold. Some of you do need to know your worth, because other people might be really utilizing your skill set, but not giving you what you deserve for it. Definitely regain control of that. It's kind of a break-even card. Make sure you're putting work into something that feels good, because it looks like it kind of doesn't. Some of you are thinking about being like entrepreneurs and work as well, wanting that perfect match for you because something isn't working out. What your own soul is telling you all the time is the Three of Swords to the Six of Swords. Some of you need to acknowledge that something's been hurting you and disappointing you. I have two threes. There may be some unnecessary triangulations that have happened for you. Some of you are getting over heartbreak or an illness. Also, the Three of Swords could have been COVID or something to do with the cardiopulmonary system. Someone could have been sick. COVID could have impacted your life and business as well. Sometimes the Three of Swords is communicable disease, but I think they want you to acknowledge your own broken heart and disappointment over some things at this time and know that you are moving away from that. Transition away from this feeling. That's what they want you to do, is to move away from situations that are heartbreaking. Also, things will get better, is what I'm hearing. Your action for the week is the Eight of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. This is sort of like the second card is always like a catalyst maybe. Some of you are about to work on a brand new project or a new opportunity. Watch out that you don't miss a good opportunity right in front of you because you're too busy focused on something. Don't forget to look up. One more pentacle might be put on you right now. Make sure you're getting rewarded for that because you might not be. Some of you are just flat out looking for a job or a new job. It's possible that you could get some good news in the middle of the month about, here's the yellow brick road to this new pentacle. Make sure you look up and recognize a new opportunity. This looks good. Again, don't forget to look up at all of your accomplishments. You will be focused on details. I see you kind of minding your own business and working on things. You might be thinking about a new opportunity. It may come in for you, but you've got to look up to see it, okay? And you might not feel like you can do that right now because you do look a little overwhelmed. You have a lot of choices about some things in life right now. I know that you want the good match, but something has been hurting that you're trying to move on from and heal from. Some of you have just been sick and you're healing from that. You definitely want to move on from that, but you absolutely feel challenged because you see yourself as both the 9 and the 7 of Wands. Now, the 7 of Wands could be someone else in your environment. These could be two different people that are not able to work together. They're both worn down. One person may feel like they really have to protect themselves and their boundaries are being tested, and the other person may feel like their beliefs and what they're standing up for are being tested. Try to work together, but I feel like this is all you, Sagittarius, where you do feel like it's a test of faith and a test of boundaries. You're hanging in there. As my friend Vanessa at Virgo Rising 1218 says about the 9 of Wands, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. You guys should watch Vanessa at Virgo Rising 1218. She is a Sagittarius and her channel is amazing. I know her personally. I've gotten readings from her. She's awesome. That's what she says about it. Ain't over till the fat lady sings. I always say, I'm going to make it back to base camp, General. I just need a minute. I need to take a knee. You do feel very guarded right now. And the 7 of Wands, you may feel very challenged. You have the high ground. A lot of people will challenge your beliefs and what you're standing up for. What's your Mars placement? Now, I noticed this guy looks a little maybe threatened by this Queen of Wands. So this could be a person that wants to get in your energy and you're like, I don't know how I feel about that. There can be only one Queen of Wands. So if you're a woman, you might not be feeling this with her for a partnership or a friendship or for dating. Yeah, something like that could be going on for you. But in order to claim this independence that's getting you out of bed every morning, you may have to defend other people. Other people may want you to be something that you're not. And you really want to stand up for yourself. You will have to stand up for yourself. In the environment, hidden factors that you're not entirely aware of that are either going to support you or hinder you, this may be a support. I have the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Moon. Now, when I have two aces, the Ace of Pentacles could be a new seed to plant that could manifest into abundance. This could be a job. It could be a serious relationship, too, that would bring in stability for you. It could also be very inspiring and have a lot of growth potential and be very exciting. You may have to develop a skill. You may have something come in for you or that you need to look up and recognize right now, Sag, that could really excite you. You could build upon a skill and develop something. There's not going to be a lot of clarity. Spirit's not going to reveal a whole lot to you about it. You're going to have to listen to your intuition about it. Things might not be as they seem with a new opportunity. So before you invest a whole lot, dip your toe in the water. There is growth potential, but there could also be illusion at play. Okay? This could also be for a child as well. This child could be an earth sign, but they don't have to be. One of your kids may want to get into something new and develop a skill. They may be kind of moody and emotional about some stuff. They may need help with confidence and self-esteem. So in your feelings, I have the 5 of Swords and the King of Cups. Are you pissed off at a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces this week? You might be. You might be fighting through a lot of change and feel somewhat challenged by this water sign. This could be someone else in your environment. Something definitely needs to change with this person. Watch out for a possessiveness, winning at all costs. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? This could just be something that you're fighting through. You, in turn, could also be in king energy. Men and women both alike can be in king energy, where watch out for being a doormat too, because this King of Pentacles, some of you have like a midheaven or a part of fortune or a south node in Pisces in particular. I don't know why I'm hearing that, I just am, where you are very loving and compassionate. You always want to consider other people's feelings. And you want to be emotionally mature and diplomatic. And you certainly have it in you to be that. But the problem is you might also be a little bit angry about something. It's hard to be in situations where you feel like you need to fight for something. Your ego may be challenged in some way, or someone else's ego is challenged, and someone just wants to win. How do you fight through that while also being emotionally compassionate and diplomatic and mature at the same time? That's not easy. That's not easy. So watch out for being a doormat for other people. You could be trying to be very emotionally compassionate and diplomatic with someone that just wants to do a standoff with you and challenge you and fight you because you feel like this. Or you could just be angry at this person. Again, ask yourself, you may be in competition with them. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? There may be something that just needs to be fought through. You may have to stand up for yourself as well. The final outcome is the Eight of Cups and the Hermit. You could be walking away from a Virgo. Some of you will put something behind you at this time. You're going to walk away from it. You're not really sure where you're going to go next, but you need to know that you're just in a place of transition. You might not have a lot of support. There are these new opportunities coming in for you as well. But I think that at this time, there's something you kind of need to put behind you for a bit. You may feel somewhat emotionally avoidant, but it might be necessary at this time so that you don't have a big old fight with someone because something's been hurting. Eight cups are a lot of cups to walk away from. So just be mindful of emotional avoidance that's unnecessary. You may need to face something. But if you feel like you have to walk away and search your soul and do some self-reflection, that's not a bad thing. You got to do what you got to do. The Hermit is Virgo, and sometimes Virgo can be a little shy and hesitant. What I have to say about Virgo is there is more to them than ever meets the eye. There is more to you than meets the eye. So take your time searching your soul, but watch out for that shyness and an insecurity that can sometimes come with Virgo and the Hermit. There's more to you than meets the eye. And you deserve more, apparently. Okay, you deserve more. I do see you tending to details, though, with the small things, but it's really important right now to know your worth and believe in yourself. Make sure you're healing yourself instead of healing a wound that's within you in everyone around you. That might not be your job. Ask for help if you need to, because in order to gain control in this vulnerable time, with these blind spots and stuff, and maybe a lack of stability with home and family, you may need some help. So you can let these new opportunities come in. And again, that overall message I really heard for you guys right now is focus on solutions instead of just a way out or a quick fix. That will get you out of situations where you feel like you have to do this all the time, and it'll bring in these awesome new cycles where maybe you can learn something and develop skills, new skills. I know you love to develop new skills and learn new things, Sagittarius, my 9th house people. All right, Sag, that's your reading for your bonus reading for the middle to the end of April. I hope it resonates and I hope it helps. Link to my website is down in the description below for private readings, and check out my other channel, SOMA, CHANDRA, Libra, for a love message. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sag. Take care. I love you guys, and I'll see you